Okay, now you need to transfer your design onto the block. So just like your eraser, make sure you flip it upside down. Your words should be backwards. Remember, if your words are not backwards, they will not appear the right way when you do your print. I am taping my paper down to the table and the block because I don't want it sliding around. And then again, I'm just using a pen cap to transfer the design. You can see how I kind of peek to check and make sure my design is transferring. I always recommend kind of just like taking a little peek. You don't have to untape the whole thing, but you want to make sure your design is actually transferring. And then what I do is I slowly lift it up from the bottom because I kind of just want to check without untaping the whole thing, and I can see that part of the guitar did not transfer. So I just went back in and went over it again. If you untape the whole thing, it's going to be impossible to line it back up. So I recommend just like slowly peeking and peeling off your tape, and I'm pretty happy with how my design transferred. Your next step is to grab one of those black pens. You need to go over all of your pencil lines. One reason I want you to go over your pencil lines is because as you're carving, you're going to smudge everything. Your pencil lines are going to start to go away. I also want you planning where you're carving and where you are not carving. So when you fill it in with black, you know that you are not carving that area. And so I'm going in there where under is backwards. I am just filling it in darker so that you can see where you need to carve. Sorry, people just walked through my room. I got super distracted. Okay, once again, going over all your pencil lines, thickening some lines. You're going to be able to see I have this in like 1000% fast time. Like this actually took me 30 minutes, but it's super sped up. But I am taking the time to thicken lines, so I have thick and thin lines. I want a complete map of what I'm going to carve before I even start. So you can see I'm kind of thickening the outside of the guitar. I know I want that line to be thicker. My flowers on the inside are going to be thinner. This flower I just drew on the side, I'm not doing it right now. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll talk about it when I get there, but you can see the cloud. I kind of thickened those lines. I don't want everything super thin. It's not going to be very exciting if all my lines are exactly the same line weight. So like if everything was just a thin line, it's not going to look very good. So those petals, I went in and I thickened the outside of the petals so that it looks more interesting. And hopefully you can tell by looking at mine that as I'm thickening things, it's starting to look like a better composition. Basically, before you start carving, you need to have everything outlined in black and filled in where you don't want to carve. So once again, black, you're not carving all that gray space. I am going to carve away. You can also kind of find little mistakes that you made sometimes too and fix them. See, I was just referring back to my tracing paper because something didn't look right and I was able to fix it instead of doing all the carving, making my print and going, oh, I really messed that part up. So it's kind of an easy way, not an easy way, but it's something you can do to check for mistakes. And then I decided I wanted to add a border. So I'm just using a ruler to add a black line because I don't want to carve. I want it to kind of look like it's a postcard, like a little postcard if you've ever seen a postcard.